at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm sorry if your ears are hurting. I'm sorry if I'm making you get a headache. But I've been through too much not to give God praise. I've been through too much not to worship his name. I've been through too much not to lift him up. Hey! Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready for this. God talking about, I want a true praise. I want a true praise. Is there any true praises in the house? Is there any true praises in your house? Go by and high five 3 people, say, it's time to get a praise. Oh! Look at somebody, tell them you're in the right place at the right time. Because it ain't nothing but a praise dog. And I come to get my praise on. Yeah, 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 hey, 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 hey. Oh yeah, baby. It's time to get a breakthrough. It's time to get your breakthrough. Oh, I've been holding this too long. I've been holding this inside too long. It's time to get the breakthrough. Break, 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 break. I dare you. Somebody got some children in trouble. I dare you to say this praise is for the early release. Oh God, sickness have been invading somebody's house. This praise is for the healing of the house. Come on, praise his name. He's worthy. Y'all know there's power behind my praise. How do I know there's power behind my praise? Because when I look at what I've been going through in this text, I look at a crop of people that's going through some stuff. And God is using the prophet of God to bring him out of some stuff. The prophet goes to God, Jehoshaphat, goes to God in prayer and asks him, God, what is it? We can't do it without you. They're about to come up against us, this mighty vast army. And we don't have anything that we can compete and compare with them. But God sends a word through Jehaziel and tell him, don't worry, don't be discouraged, for the battle, I ain't got no help up in here. Look at your neighbor and point your finger at him and say, the battle is not yours, but it's the Lord's. Tell him it's the Lord's. It's not mine. I ain't got to worry about this one, but it's the Lord's. Look at your neighbor and tell him it's the Lord's. It's the Lord's, no matter how it looks, no matter what we're going through. No matter what we're facing, the first thing we need to do and understand is we need to know how to commit our problems in the right source. Look at your neighbor and say, you got to commit it to the right source. He went to God in prayer. Every now, y'all don't know I'm preaching it right now. Every now and then we go to the wrong people. How many of you know you can't go to everybody with your problems? How many of you know you can't go to everybody with your mistakes? Because there are some folk out there just trying to tear you down. There are some folk out there who try to backstab you and kill you when you bring your mistakes and your trials and your troubles to them. But if you take it to the right source, look at your neighbor and tell him you better start taking it to the right source. You better take it to the right source, because if you take it to the right source, he has what he needs to get the problem fixed. So how is it that you got to take it to the source and there's power behind your praise? Well, let me tell you, when there's power behind your praise, when you take it to the right source, in other words, the Bible declares we got to know how to trust him when we can't trace him. Oh God, can I preach up in here? You got to know how to trust him when you can't trace him. Look at Jehoshaphat in the text, if you will. Read it when you get a chance. Look at Jehoshaphat goes to God in prayer, and he put out his plea and say, God, let me plead my case if I will. Lord, you did it for the children of Israel when you brought them out and you gave them the land. Lord, I need you to do it again. But even though I can't see you, I'm still going to trust you, because if you did it back then, I know you'll do it right now. So when you can't trace him, you still got to trust him. Look at your neighbor and say, I'm going to trust him. Because God is trying to pull you out of some stuff. God is trying to make you better. God is trying to deliver you. But you cannot do it if you don't trust him. He won't do it if you're looking and doubt him. You've got to believe. Look at your neighbor. I'm believing it now. I may not have believed before, but I'm believing God and his word right now. Because I know what God can do. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to come up in a church and come and pray and sing and preach and not trust the one I'm singing, I'm praying, and I'm preaching about. That he can bring me out of some stuff. That he can pick me up out of some stuff. That he can deliver me from some stuff. Because if I come in and don't believe it, there's no need of me coming in. There's no need of me coming in blessing his name, glorifying his name, lifting him up, if I'm not going to believe that he is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that I may ask or think in his name. Do you believe God will do it?